Hello, 3,811 subscribers. AI is taking over the world right now. This is one of the biggest opportunities we've seen since the introduction of the internet. Doesn't really matter who you are, where you work, or what you do. You'll be either using AI at some point or be influenced by the global adoption. In this video, I want to explain how you can leverage this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to make more money and build a sustainable business. As an active agency owner who made more than $200,000 selling automations and communicates with hundreds of different businesses in different industries, I am introducing a new mechanism of making money with AI. It's a combination of things you've already seen on this channel, plus a bit of a reframing to the standard marketing approaches and strategies. This can be used for any niche. Later in the video, I will give you a few examples and use cases for different industries so that you can clearly see how it can be applied. When we ask ourselves, okay, AI is cool, how do we make money with it? Obviously, this can be used for the personal use to be more productive, aka do more things, aka make more money. You can build software, you can use it in your own business, or you can sell it to other businesses. This video will be applied if you are any of these two. This is what I do on a daily basis, and this is who I do it for. But if you are planning to sell AI to other businesses, you need to first be aware of who you are. This is the positioning step that is very important to understand so that further you can craft your offerings based on who you are. You can be an agency, freelancer, or a consultant. Usually agencies have different pricing strategies. Freelancers usually charge hourly based, or the consultants, if they can be either hourly or one-time thing to help businesses with one or two things. I'm not saying that one is better than other. I'm just saying that, again, you need to be aware of the option because, for example, with an agency, there's a huge amount of competition already, and it will just increase in the next few years naturally. If a freelancer, you don't have leverage and price, and these are tied together, obviously. As a consultant, it's really cool, but you need to have a brand so that businesses or other people trust you in solving their problems. Okay, so now we ask, so what do we sell? Okay, we want to sell AI, so what do we do? You need to have a unique mechanism of helping the business if you actually want to build something sustainable. You can either make business more money or you can save them time. The problem with making money is that they will compare you to other agencies like Facebook ads, SEO, contests. So they will compare your mechanism. If you're saying, hey, we will help you to make money with AI, you need to be specific, obviously, but if we generalize it, they will say, okay, so how much does it cost? And then this cost will be tied down to other, services that they get offered every day, like in SEO. So should they pay you or should they pay an SEO agency who will have, who will provide them more benefits and who will eventually make them more money. Again, I'm not saying that this is a bad approach because essentially there are only two things you can do. You can either make more money or you can save time. You can obviously tie down saving time to like making money if you are automating one process that is done by one of their employees. They pay money to the employee to do the task. So if it's automated, they don't need to pay them the money, and aka like they made the money by saving the money. But again, I'm not saying that one is better than the other. I'm saying that you need to be aware of your positioning first and of the different offerings out there. The problem with saving time is that it's harder to sell. It's hard to tie down to the specific outcome with the monetary value. So you need to have a real pain point in the business, and usually they need to be sick of doing one thing over and over again. Okay, now, so what is the actual solution? So how do we differentiate ourselves in the market, and how do we present this services, AI, to businesses? As I said, you need to have a unique mechanism preferably this mechanism needs to be unique so that they don't need to change anything inside their business or within the pipeline, and they haven't tried before. If you are saying, hey, so let's say there's a business that, runs Facebook marketing. You say, hey, we will build AI that will run Facebook marketing for you, okay, somehow. The problem with selling this thing is that the implementation curve is higher, since they first need to stop what they currently do, fire the team, or whatever, if they have the outsourced company or agency that does it, or they do it internally. So they need to stop what they do, then review your process, implement it, and then test it. Okay, so the curve is higher. That's why you will face more problems selling it. That's why I like to sell something they haven't done before, that they do not really need to implement in terms. So the mechanism can be hard to implement, but there is not that much work required from their end, and they can see the results faster, even with a prototype or the demo that you are going to build for them. And this thing called AI agents marketing. This is a combination of new tools and new and old tools that most of the businesses use or understand. Essentially, this is a warm calling, email marketing, and SMS marketing combined into one. Again, a lot of the businesses do email marketing. A lot of them do SMS, and a lot of them do the warm calls. And a lot of them do it together. But what I'm saying is that this is the system, AI agents marketing strategy, that can be used at the sidelines while they do everything within their business, so that they can see the results, and you can offer them this service as a pay-per-result or as a pay-per action, the call to action that we're doing. You can charge the retainer. There are a lot of different ways how you can position this offer to the market. Now, when we go into the details, essentially these are the things that it will focus on with the addition of the personalization. The thing with the email marketing is that, again, you need to first understand that the cold emails and email marketing are two different things. So the cold emails is reaching out to the prospects that have no idea that you exist, and the email marketing is usually used by the companies to promote additional services. What I found from my experience, a lot of the companies, so email marketing is actively used by softwares by new companies or the tech savvy companies, like either ecom or the softwares. Obviously, email marketing is used by local businesses, but not at the scale, plus not as proficient as other businesses. And I'm not saying this in the wrong way. I'm just saying that to give you a clear overview. SMS marketing, same thing. Usually this is tied down to the software that they use for the email marketing, warm calling, if they have a sales department that is doing that. But it is not personalized. So when they send promotional materials, so let's say they're a client and they send them email newsletters, it is not personalized to the specific prospect. You can do the spin tags, or you can use things variables from the database, but it's not crafting dynamic offers to each and every subscriber. And this is what we are going to do. And again, as you can see, you do not replace something. You introduce new things, new way of doing things. So you are not replacing a whole email marketing for them, right? That's why if you'll say, hey, and this is what I see people do. So, hey, we will do the email marketing with AI. The problem with this first is that they need to kind of restructure their whole email marketing department or processes. Or two, all of the existing agencies that offer the service will eventually introduce AI to their offerings. That's why you don't have a leverage. They already have the clients, they already have the trust. You don't. So same thing applies to the warm calling and the SMS. Now, here is the outcome that you are aiming for with the AI agents marketing. More sales. It's very obvious. That's why once you're gonna pitch it the way, they will be curious, okay, how it's done, because in their brain, they'll think that this is something that they already use or they already tried. And your advantage will be that to show them that they haven't tried it before and this is the new way of doing things, and they can start testing it out without replacing their current structure. There are two main use cases that I already showed on this channel, like reactivating dead leads in the database or nurturing prospects within the pipeline. These are the two main goals or tools that we will use to bring more sales into the business. Reactivating dead leads, meaning they have prospects that have ever been interested in their services, or the prospects that have used their products or services and no longer active. Usually, as I said, nothing is done with these prospects, or if something is done, it's usually an email marketing campaigns, snippet newsletters that have 5, 10, 15% open rates that no one reads. Okay, that's why they do not really work for the local businesses or the old school like B2B companies like manufacturers. Okay, or you can nurture the prospects within the pipeline to increase the conversion rate. Again, this is done by the SMS marketing as well as the warm calling, depends on the company structure. But we will automate the whole process with AI and personalization. Here's how it's done. So let's say we have either a dead lead or a lead entered the pipeline. We submit it to one source where we will store all the automations and everything. Obviously, you need to define the goal for the campaign and the scripts and the call to actions that you're going to use. Second stage would be to get all the prospect details, or what we call enrich the details. It really depends again on the pipeline. For example, when they enter it through the form, the information that they submit will be all the info that we need to personalize our outreach. Or maybe there's something missing and we do not want to ask a huge amount of questions so that we have more signups. That's where this step comes in handy. We will enrich and research the prospect to get all the details that we need so that AI can use it to craft the personalized message. Or if it's a dead lead, same thing. We will analyze the database and we'll get everything available for the lead, like a purchase history. Then we might enrich the details with other tools, and then we have a bulk of information AI will use to present our offers to this dead lead in a new way. So once we enrich the prospect details, the lead goes into the automation pipeline. This will be done with a Go high level. I will obviously show you the setup demo later. But the goal is to understand our CTA. And for example, if it's the sign up for a webinar, or if it's a book a call, or if it's a purchase some service, if it's again we have a very specific discount if we're selling a physical products, for example. And we will send them emails, SMS, and make the phone calls with the AI until the person does the call to action. So we'll repeat it over and over, and then based on the stage where the prospect is in within the pipeline, AI will craft a new messaging. For example, it wants he lands into the automation pipeline, we will make the phone call. So if the phone call was not answered, we'll send the SMS saying, hey, I just called you, please pick it up. Then we will send the email with a specific offer. Then in the next few days, we'll repeat the process with like multiple steps involved, so that we can make sure we do everything we can to make the prospect interested in our services or products. So here are a few examples of the use cases for different industries. Let's say we can, work with businesses that sell physical products, B2B services, B2C services, or softwares. If we are talking about physical products, let's say these are wholesalers and manufacturers. Regular check-ins with the current buyers on the new products updates, especially the urgent purchases. Once you will talk with a lot of the businesses that sell physical products, especially in the B2B space, we're not talking about the e-com, you will understand that they value buyers a lot, since the average order value is huge. That's why, and usually if we're talking about wholesalers, their clients buy stuff on a regular basis. So how about the system that will make sure each order has the highest order value possible? Meaning we are introducing new things to our offerings, and instead of just letting the business buy things from our clients on a monthly basis, we can call and send them SMS with the emails on a regular basis, letting them know about our updates, keeping in touch, understanding and asking information on what they're currently looking for, and offer them these things, maybe with certain discounts if we're introducing new offers or if we are selling out the existing stock. So this is kind of a new approach of doing things, and your offer would be, hey, we can bring more money into the business by increasing the average order value and decreasing churn by introducing the AI agents marketing system that you will use. They will be interested, and then you would actually do the demo and build a whole pipeline around it. Again, the thing that I showed you here is a very raw overview of what is possible and what we have done with the clients. Obviously, each client is super unique. If you are planning to target one specific industry, you can technically productize this whole offering and offer it cheaply with a pre-existing the setup. Especially with the Go High Level, you can do the snapshots that you can copy and paste to all other accounts. When we talk about B2B services, for example, in the insurance, they have a problem with the cancellations, right? Plus the reactivations. So first, the cancellations of the existing customers, when they cancel, they would usually, again, depending on the company size, they would usually send them a few marketing emails, or they will call if it's a B2B service, as I said, if the customer value is huge, again, depending on the business, but they might, usually most of them do not call, since a lot of the businesses cancel on a regular basis and they don't have the time. So it's better for them to focus on acquiring new clients. This is where we comes in and say, hey, how about we decrease your cancellation rate, and plus we'll reactivate the prospects that have canceled within the last 5 years. This is what they haven't done yet, right? You're not replacing anything within their business. You're just adding new things to bring more money. With a B2B service, for example, if we're talking about the landscaping, something very simple, season-based offerings. Reactivation is not as important here because, again, this is kind of one-time thing. When they order the service, they're done. You can technically reach out to the prospects that have that the business have worked with in the past 3 to 5 years, and then ask, hey, do you have new projects or stuff like that? But for the same customers, you can offer season-based work to help them with the garden, to prepare the garden for the winter or something like that. Again, it really depends on the business. There are a lot of different offerings you can go for, and this is just one example. Software, this is I've done a video on this channel as a case study for one of our clients. They're having a management software for retail stores. So for example, if it's like the accounting or management softwares, they do really have a problem with managing the leads within the pipeline. It's not a problem within like the managing leads, so you will try to automate it by saving time. No, your goal will be to close more deals and book more demos in our case, because the software is like kind of for the retail management, the implementation curve is huge. That's why they first do everything possible to actually implement a demo at least for one location, and then like go from there. So you would say, hey, we can actually increase your demo booking rate by like 25-30% by implementing AI agents marketing system that we have developed for your business already. Do you want to see that? Okay, so these are kind of your this is kind of the ideas of different offers you can use for different businesses when we talk about AI agents marketing. Now I will give you a brief overview of a system that I've built actually specifically for this video. This is not a real system. It's very minimal. I am planning to, if you like the video, if this video will get, whatever, like 50 to 100 likes, I will understand that you guys like the way of me explaining things and you like this new mechanism. I will do a lot more videos with the details of the pipeline. I'm actually planning to record another video with the actual like client walkthrough, another walkthrough that we have implemented recently. One more thing, I'll show you the make.com automation, the Clay setup, the Go high level, as well as the VAPI for the voice AI. This template for like all these automations with like structured will be available only for 99 players members. I'm not sure if you're aware, I launched my bootcamp. This is a 12 weeks course that goes step by step from choosing the niche to actually getting the clients, closing the deals, offers everything that you need on the business side. We're not teaching you how to build like these automations, since I provided the templates there anyways. I am teaching you how to make money, how to sell the solutions, what offers work, and stuff like that. So you'll go to the first link in the description. There are multiple plans. The light plan will have this automation in, so you can like go to the light plan, and within our Discord server you can find the resources, right? So here are the templates. So it's gonna be there, it's gonna be here structured with everything that you need. But if you want our help of selling this thing, presented it to the client, understanding what are the different ways how you can like create the offers around these things, or if you have the client and you want to present it to your to him, this is where the full member access comes in. Besides the 12 weeks curriculum program that you get access to, you'll have a one-on-one support from me and my technical team with the sales and the development. Okay, now let's say the first step would be to have a form, right? This form can be implemented on the website, or this could be even a Facebook form if we are working with the actual like dynamic pipeline. So once the prospect fills out the form, we are sending this information to Clay. Clay is the software where we enrich company details. Again, as I said, it really depends on the information that you need for your system to work, right? So what are the call to action that we're planning to do? For example, with the example of with a use case of software that I was showing previous on the like one of the previous videos, our goal is to like make them watch and attend the webinar, right? In order to do that, we need to make them interested. To make them interested, we need to understand, and we need to craft a personalized offer. Since we are selling a management software, we've been researching the company within Clay to find a specific, like how many locations this business has. And we've been mentioning these locations during the pitches, if it's a voice AI or within the SMS messages, so that it feels like someone actually typed it, right? So this is like a personalized message. That's why it's different. That's why the conversion rate is like much higher. Once the prospect like submit the details, it will go to Clay, and inside Clay we like provide everything like first name, last name, email, phone number, and company and website from this form. And we also have the enrichment. Essentially, here you have a way to enrich company details based on certain things. So as you can see here, we are actually providing a website as a reference for the enrichment. And if you go to the Walmart, whatever, so you see all the information from their LinkedIn profile. And usually the companies will have the LinkedIn profile. If you're working with the industries that like don't usually use LinkedIn that often, you would use the same thing with the website. So here we are outputting all the details, employees count, whatever. Here you would use, as I said, if they're not actively using them, the LinkedIn, you can use a Clay agent. Essentially, this is an agent that will go and research the prospect website, and you will say, hey, research this company, output the description, services, locations, and here's the website of the prospect. Now we have the description of the company, right? So we have kind of the locations, we have the services and the products, locations, obviously global presence. So Apple is not the best way to do that. I'm mentioning the location just because this is the thing that we've been actually getting out of the prospect website from this use case. At the end of the day, Clay is made for us to research the prospect. You can research company like emails, you can research decision makers, you can do anything that you would want. We have a separate module in our 12 weeks bootcamp about Clay, about personalization, since I am teaching you there how to get clients through the cold outreach. And for the cold outreach, you need to use cold, like personalized emails and messages, even if you're using DMs. That's why we are using Clay, and I'm teaching you there how to use it. So go check it out. Now, once the prospect populates here and all the details have been researched, we are sending HTTP request and triggering essentially like a webhook inside Go High Level. So this is the webhook that receives the information from Clay. We are creating a new contact with all the information filled out. We're adding the tag letters for the so that I know that this is the prospect for the AAM demo, AI Agents Marketing. We are creating an opportunity. If you see here, these are kind of the test pipeline: first touch, second touch, third touch, fourth. And then if the prospect is interested or not, based on the stage in the pipeline, we will send different messages. And then we're making an actual API call. This is the API request to the VAPI. We are using VAPI as a voice AI provider. As I said in the presentation, you can use either VAPI or Retail. Retail is a bit faster, but VAPI is a bit more reliable. So again, like, don't worry. I will like have everything, like all the requests inside the Discord, so you can just copy and paste it, and I will export the snapshot of the Go High Level. So we are sending the VAPI API request. VAPI calls the prospect within the script. We're passing the variables, if you look closely, so that, see, we have the company description, we have whatever, the email, the phone that we're gonna call first line, last name, and we are passing the contact ID so that we can then find this prospect later on. And this is the company description that was researched by Clay. VAPI makes the call, and then after the call, we are receiving the transcript. The transcript analyzes if the prospect is interested or not, and then sending another webhook request to another Go High Level automation, which has the trigger of the webhook. We are finding the contact by the contact ID, which was passed here, and then we are kind of doing the condition, since here we are like asking AI to analyze the transcript, and if the prospect is interested, output 1. If the prospect is not interested, output 2. Here we are saying, okay, so if the status is 1, then you create you update the opportunity, since it was created on the previous automation, to the actual interested, or if it's not interested. Okay, so this is kind of a brief overview, since obviously most of the things that you'll get are no pickups, so people will not pick up. There's no SMS, no emails here. This is just an overview of the AI agents marketing. If you like it, I will create a few hours tutorial of the actual walkthrough, like from like one of the existing clients, but I need to see that you are interested. If you want to get this, templates at the current stage, go into the 99 Players Discord on the light plan. If you are more serious and you want to get the actual step-by-step plan with the bootcamp and the course, there's also an option for the full access available on the website. Thanks for watching. Peace.